class. It's Timber. Hi, hope you're all doing well. I am talking about the reading that we did this week on Walter Benjamin's essay on technical reproduction of art and how that changes how we produce art and how we intake art and all that good stuff. First, I kind of want to talk about a little bit that we watched on Dr. Culbertson's lecture this week. She talked about art during pandemic and how art kind of connects us and helps us through stressful times of crisis. I'm in a different class right now called Community-Based Performance, and we have been doing improv research with at-risk youth to lower their levels of anxiety and stress, and it's been proven to help the kids that we work with. A lot of them feel a lot more excited for the school day, and so through that class we have also had to shift to online programming with the students that we normally work with, and it's been really interesting trying to find different ways for us to create art online. And I think that this is a really interesting topic that Benjamin kind of touched upon in his essay this week, or that we read this week, and it's something that I doubt he could have even comprehended or even thought about, because even now, as I look at all our social media and all our outlets for art, it's really hard to grasp how large of a scale art on social media can be accessed. Millions, billions of people have access to internet, and it's really kind of crazy how large a following on social media can be, especially with influencers and people who create content that is really followed. First, I want to kind of make a distinction on the social media I'm kind of talking about, because not all of it obviously is really aesthetic based, where I think that some of it is. Okay, so Facebook and Twitter I think would be more communication based kind of platforms for social media, where TikTok and Instagram are more aesthetically artful kind of mediums for what we're talking about today. And that's because, so Instagram and TikTok are mainly videos that people make or pictures that people edit and post and maybe write a little bit about, but most of their message is in the art or the picture or the video that we're seeing. So really interesting part that Walter Benjamin kind of talks about is on page 534 to page 535. Kind of talks about the interplay of the audience and the production. It's at the bottom of 534, and he says, "The conventional is uncritically enjoyed, and the truly new is criticized with aversion. With regard to the screen, the critical and the receptive attitudes of the public coincide. The decisive reasons for this is that individual reactions are predetermined by the mass audience response they are about to produce. And this is nowhere more pronounced than in film. The moment these responses become manifest, they control each other." So I think if Walter Benjamin were around now, I think he would say it's even more pronounced in our social media than it is in our film. And that's because this interplay of reactionary responses is almost immediate from the mass audiences that somebody has on social media. We see influencers post things and either get a lot of hate comments really quickly, and so they delete what they put and maybe write an apology, right? Or we see people post things and then go viral for no reason, but it's only because the public has reacted so positively to their content. And so I think that was a really interesting point that Benjamin makes, even though there was no way that he would have been able to even think about this kind of immediate response that audiences have with their artists. And so this kind of goes back to our topic on how social media can help us during pandemics and crisis as a community, because it's able to react so quickly to the situations that its participants and its audience and its creators are in, right? So TikTok is really big right now, and there are a lot of trends going on, and a lot of people are making dance moves and dances that you can dance along with in your own home. And so this creates a space for people to connect through art all together, because it's a very large platform and there's a lot of community surrounding this environment. So and like for someone to make a film about this pandemic now, or like what our community is going through right now, it would take a few years, right? Because someone would have to write it and make a script and then collect the actors and make a budget. But on social media like TikTok and Instagram, an artist is able to create almost immediately what they're going through, and the audience is able to immediately react to this. And so it kind of creates a better sense of community in our atmosphere today, even through self-isolation. Hope you all are doing well, and I'll talk to you guys in the chat. Thanks.